radio subscribers. Thank you for all your subscriptions and taking, a liking to my channel. I'm extra light. I go by Lady Justice as well. I introduced myself to you guys in a few videos, but I wanted to make this video. Is like I said, when the spirit come over me, I'm going to talk. So, why, from my beliefs and from set facts that I believe and know in my heart to a certain extent, because I want to be positive that the Kenneka Jenkins case may never be solved. And this is not only because they want to have a spiritual death of our people, they want us to be financially dead. They want us to not be functionable beings. And we'll talk about who they are. If you look at the picture of this video, it's called The Color of Law. Now, the color of law basically dates back to the establishment of around the Constitution and other times like that. And I'm not going to get deep into details with that, but that's more for my page. But at the time, when they were establishing these laws in the United States of America, they were set up called the color of law in the black codes. These laws, especially in the South, they were highly reflective and made to capture or recapture the slaves. They were doing so through sharecropping. They were doing so through business deals or debts. And they basically found a way to recapture us and keep us under slavery. I'm saying this to let you guys know that us as black people, because that's all people know, call themselves as black people, we have no nation. No nation, no justice. Explain something to you guys. Especially my Chicago people. Have you ever seen where someone will be charged with something petty of a melanated color and they get football numbers, or they get railroaded into charges that they never did, or they can't get proper representation? It's because under the color of law, we are basically surety and we are basically slaves, dead human beings to law officials. So when black people walk into court or we have any issues, social issues, we are not looked at or treated the same way as other beings, other races. This is facts. Let me give you an example. Do you remember the story a couple of years ago or a year ago where the officer was like a Chinese officer? He shot the boy in the hallway by mistake, supposedly, because he was scared in the projects. And what I noticed is that the media was going to make it a field day, and they were going to use this Chinese man as an example and basically burn him as an officer to show the melanated people like, hey, you do get justice. But what happened was that the Chinese people, and I'm saying Chinese because I'm thinking he's Chinese or he's Filipino or something, they came out, basically their embassy where he is a citizen, he has dual citizenship, they came to represent him. So they made sure that the law officials out here followed law to the T, and they also gave him proper legal advice. And this does not happen to us as melanated people, as black people who claim to be black. And I need y'all to read. We have to read. Black means void. Black means a whole lot of things that does not mean you. Black is not a noun. We're gonna need to know what that is. It's an adjective. So it's actually describing like colors, like crayons. So you're not black. You're not a crayon. So that's one thing we have to wake up to. This is why cases like Kenneka Jenkins happens and why she will never get justice. Because not only is the system set up to totally enslave us and to do whatever they want to us, but we have us as melanated people that's selling ourselves out to the system for this money, for this fiat cash. And if y'all tuned into my other page, y'all understand what I'm saying when I talk about Fed money and this money not really having any value, and we're selling our soul for it. So in the case of Kenneka, someone or some beings, human beings, I'm not going to say who they are because everybody's speculating, sold their soul and gave that girl life up. And the reason why she won't have justice, not only because she's black, not only because they messing up the story and they got everybody running and, you know, this way is that way. It's because us as a people, we don't have a nation. And we don't stand up correctly. We think picketing and rioting and complaining is going to get the job done. Our colonizers look at us as a joke. So when the master do something, beat us or kill us, we go to the streets and say, hey, justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, no, ain't shit happening. Ain't shit happening, but they're looking at us. We possibly burning down shit in our own community, which I understand. Like I tell people, when shit get burnt down in communities, they doing riot. I'm not promoting that, but that's not our businesses. We don't own nothing. The black dollar does not stay in the black community no longer than 30 seconds. Do the math. Okay? No power, no nation, no power, no nation, no justice. We were supposed to not take to the street. We were supposed to take to those law books. We were supposed to take to the laws that they had broken in Kenneka's case and take that to the court and sue the county and bring a case against the hotel. He can stand above her mother. Okay, if we really wanted to get the job done, if the people in Chicago really wanted to get the job done. I mean, I love the fact that they picket, they cause, you know, constant speculations on the facility and had, you know, people be aware that was staying in this facility like, hey, you know, somebody got killed here. Yes, we were supposed to take to the news. We were supposed to put the pen to the paper, and that's where we fell as black people. And I'm going to keep calling y'all black right now until y'all realize you're not black. You're not voided. You're not a color. You are more. Y'all are Moorish people. And you may not know this, and you may not understand it. Moor is not a religion. It's a nation. And that is the only nation that we have to connect to as brown melanated people that's connected to the Treaty of Rome. Okay? And I really need y'all to go to my other page and y'all can do some research. That's that 3D shit. That's that 3D shit I'm throwing to y'all. But the Spirit told me to come and basically like just make this connection between what's happening with her and actually what's happening with law and why we're never going to get justice. Why the only way we can get justice if we have a civil case against someone, but that person never get prosecuted. Sandra Blaine, all these officers have killed people and things like that. They're not going to fucking jail. They're just getting settlements because we can sue person to person for wrongdoing. But they're not going to jail because they don't consider you even U.S. citizen. You remember the 3/4 law? You remember the 3/4 of a person in the Constitution? It still applies. It didn't go nowhere. We don't take civics. We don't know law. They don't teach us this shit in the hood. They don't teach us this shit in school. We have to be self-taught. We have to teach our kids. We have to make them aware of what's going on. They have these sex trafficking rings. They have these pedophilia rings. There's a lot of law enforcement that's involved in these things, and we have to find a way to counteract them. And the only way that you can counteract something if you get in there and you bust a hole in it. If you don't understand what's going on, you're never going to do anything. All we're going to do is sit and complain. It's thousands of videos, hours and hours of videos of what could have happened, Kenneka, this, that, and the third. All of that energy could have been taken to pen and paper, letters, writing to the congressman, writing to the attorney general of Chicago, Rosemont, and busting down them with just abusing them with paperwork, just abuse, because they don't like that. They don't like physical proof of people's complaints. You could talk, but these people about contracts and wordplay and what looks good on paper. You need to know your enemy. You need to know who you're dealing with, what system. So do I feel like Kenneka's gonna ever get justice? I'm sorry. No, especially because you know that characters around her are holding the truth. We got people like this, and she don't like that shit. And I'm telling you, when I go doing my little roaming, because you know the spirit come over me, and I just think about her, and I'll just cry. I don't even know this girl. I'll just cry, and then it's hurtful. And then I'll go look on some of these people pages, the people around her, and you notice they doing this dumb shit. Nobody, y'all don't see it? No snitching? That's not acceptable. Everybody who got those tattoos on them and they covering their mouth, she get your ass whooped. She don't fucking like that shit. She don't appreciate the fact that y'all keeping y'all mouth closed. Don't be afraid of those forces that y'all feel is gonna get y'all. The power is in the people and the unity of education. And not education, but knowledge. Y'all have to know y'all animal and know how to combat them. But we gotta do this, gotta get together. We're gonna do it this way. We're gonna execute it this way. We gotta get this information out to protect us. Look what happened back. That made all 8 movies for y'all to let y'all know the truth that's going on, and y'all watch it like it's entertainment, and it's fucking not. It's not. We need to do better. We need to do better. We need to step out of our belief system. We need to stop the fucking propaganda. We need to stop the damn gossiping. And we need to stick to the facts of what's going on with us as brown melanated people. We're in a fucked up situation. The law is not for us. It's been set up to capture us, to put us back in jail, to continue to let these murderers who's killing our babies, killing us, get away with it. You gotta know the law. We gotta know how to step this up. Chicago, everybody's opening their eyes to what's going on, y'all. Let's step this up. Chicago, everybody's opening their eyes to what's going on, y'all. It's time. Y'all supposed to take this momentum and run. They open their eyes. They know it's a militia out there that's murdering y'all. We figuring this out. Ain't no motherfucking way they got cameras all out through Chicago and no one's getting in trouble or get indicted for murders. Nobody's stupid. Everybody's waking up. So while people waking up, y'all need to take this momentum and put your head in the motherfucking book, put your pens to papers, learn who y'all are, connect to a nation. Connect to a nation. Figure out what a Moor is. Figure out who you are. And then we can begin to do something for each other. Because we're going to continue to have our kids, our babies, our black men murdered. And we're never going to get justice. We're just going to get a few fiat dollars to shut us the fuck up. And they're going to keep murdering and sacrificing our babies in these rituals. Serving their gods, serving their deities. Yo, we are the true Aboriginal people to this land, to this earth. In this time, 400 years is here, August 2018. I'm sorry, 2019. It'll be 400 years from supposedly the end of slavery, because we still in mental slavery. And they said this is when all of the nations will come together and rise. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm sending my love and my light to you guys. I hope that you got a good message out of here to understand why Kenneka may never have justice, why a lot of us don't have justice, why the other gentleman that was wrapped up in the mat don't have justice, why the FBI was covering up all types of shit going on, because we don't know, we have no stance in court. We have no nation. We haven't united yet. Once we unite, and we become the nation, and we become the Aboriginal people again to this land, then we're going to rule. Do some research. Love and light.